what I did was, as a veteran, I didn't know the American Job Center existed. And consistently the past 2 years, I've heard from all my veteran peers that retired and got out of the military from Fort Campbell, that the best kept secret is the American Job Centers. And in my role as Director of Veteran Services for Workforce and Labor of the state of Tennessee, one of the biggest things that I thought we could do differently was to expose all the American Job Centers along the path. And let's do a bike ride. I was stationed in Iowa, and they did the ride across greater Iowa, and so I said, let's do a bike ride across Tennessee from Memphis to Kingsport. Briefed very well, right? But the execution of it turned out to be a little bit of a challenge. But the whole point of it was just to be able to tell these communities that these American Job Centers are in across the state, so that veterans that are getting out say that there's other opportunities instead of just retiring around heavily military populations or big cities. And I said there's so much to offer across the state. I wished I would have known about it. And then the American Job Center, the resources and things that they have to offer veterans, I just tried to figure out a way to think outside the box and help these communities tell their story better, and also help veterans know that there's other options available to them that they just didn't know about.
Yeah, why do you think it's so important, for veterans to have these things when they get out of the service?
The biggest challenge that veterans have is the inability to know of how to translate their skills. You're an infantry guy and you get out and you think, I can only be a police officer, right? But be able to use some of those hard skills and those leadership traits that you've learned over the years in the service, industry needs that. And the bigger part of this message is Fort Campbell has between 4,800 and 6,000 veterans that transition out. Virginia has around 12 and North Carolina has around 9. And so that's a very healthy population of veterans that could come into the workforce and into the state of Tennessee and fill some of these workforce shortages that we have, and we need them. And they need to know that we need them. And so getting them into some of these areas is the first part of that.
Yeah, especially right now, I feel like.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's able to help them understand that they're much more than what they think that they used to do. Jeff, my counterpart that followed me the last half of the way, was a mechanic in the Army and went to college after he got out of the service through voc rehab, finished a degree in leadership, and now he is actually helping other veterans obtain employment by helping them translate their skills. And that's all it takes, is just dialogue to help them understand there's so much more than what they just think that they were.
How long were you in the service?
26 years, 7 months, and 29 days.
Wonderful. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you for your support.
Tell me a little bit too about the bike ride itself. How was that?
So it was 17 legs, or 17 days. We started on the 4th of April in Memphis, and we ended today in Kingsport. Out of the 17 days, 13 days it rained. One of the worst